So, I am about to turn 30 in 8 days. So, I am a nearly 30-year-old millennial woman who has two cats and a husband and a niece. I have depression and ADHD, which I'm on medication for both of them. My neck hurts, so I took 2 Tylenol, and I am just now about to take me these melatonin gummies. Welcome to my life. If this at all interests you, please keep watching. I virtually have no friends. Like, I have my husband, who is my best friend, and I have my brother, and I have my niece. But like, I have a few coworkers that I chat up with about my personal life. But like, actually, I have no friends. There has to be other people out there like me who are just weirdos who love to, oh my gosh, like I think about my hobbies. Like, I'm just a cat obsessed. I'm basically Taylor Swift. So I'm like a new Swiftie. I grew up on, like, obviously listening to Taylor Swift, but I was never like a Swiftie until her and Travis started dating. Actually, not whenever they started dating. Whenever like that weekend that she was like, the first time that she said Carmen's a guy on the Chiefs, I was like, okay, like this is for real. I need to get into this. And so that's whenever I went to the movie theater that weekend and I watched the Eras tour, and I've been hooked ever since. So I'm basically Taylor Swift, but just not the version of her that's smart. That's the traits that I don't have. Also, I have a really bad vocabulary. Really bad. Like, I'm not stupid, I just don't have a large vocabulary. And this is just me getting ready for bed. No makeup, no nothing. Um, let's see. I mean, I got a lot of issues, but yeah, figured I'd start vlogging. So, let me know what you think of it. Oh, there's one of my babies now. She's a tripod. Hey, Jasmine. My tripod baby. Had a tumor 3 or 4 years ago. Like, I noticed like a lump on her leg, so we went to the vet, got her a biopsy done. Came back, it was cancerous, and they couldn't just take out the tumor. They had to remove her entire leg, amputate the entire thing. But thankfully, cats adapt very well to change. I'm trying to think, because like I don't do videos and stuff. Like, I don't do vlogging. As you can tell by my wonderful angle here, I'm a pro and I know exactly what I'm doing. But I'm about to turn 30. And thank God, because the 20s are they were such a weird time in my life where, so I got married at 19, 2 weeks after my 19th birthday. And I've just been learning to adult ever since. My husband and I did not live together before we got married. Very traditional. And I've been learning to adult ever since, and I'm still learning to adult. But like, my 20s were so weird because it's like, I feel like in your 20s, like, you see people that you graduate with, like on Facebook, and they have their life figured out. Like, they know, like, it's like whenever I graduated high school, people knew what they were going to grow up to be. I had no idea. And I still don't even know what I want to do with my life, but I have a better track than I did 10 years ago for sure. Which is weird talking about it now, like out loud. I don't usually talk about this kind of stuff at all. Like, people graduate high school and they're thinking, oh my gosh, I'm going to go to this school. I'm going to have this job. I'm going to do this with my career. I want to have this house by a certain age. And me, I've never had any plans to go to college. What I wanted to do whenever I graduated high school was I wanted to become a pharmacy tech. And I was going to go to community college for that, but then I saw where I think Walgreens and CVS at that time, those were the only two pharmacies to where they train you um in their own, like, in like, they train you. I'm so smart, I promise. And so I got hired on at CVS, and I trained to be a pharmacy technician. I got state certified, and I was a pharmacy tech for 2 months. Absolutely hated it. Worst job of my entire life. I had turned in my 2 weeks notice, and then I quit like 2 days later because I could not do it. It was so bad. Honestly, that was the worst. I think that was the worst mental state that I'd ever been in my entire life, was whenever I was a pharmacy tech. So medical field is not for me. Thank God that I did not go to. Oh, also I'm a Christian. Um, I live in the Bible Belt, so you know that 80s, 90s, early thousands kids, our parents were like the most religious of any generation. Grew up in church and everything. Also, what was I saying? ADHD. So um, oh my gosh, I don't even think anybody's watching at this point. I'm just talking about myself. This is like me doing like a dating, like like one of those blind dating websites where you just talk about your life and to see if anyone likes you. This is basically what it is, but me trying to make friends and have like a community of people that could just relate to me. Um, I would consider myself a down to earth person. I try to be just every single day, I try to be just a good person. Like, don't lie, don't cheat, don't steal. Um, I do pride myself in having good morals. Um, One thing that's about me, though, that's not good is that I'm not good at communicating. So whenever I talk, I sound all prissy and preppy, and like like my tone, I'm fully aware, sounds like I'm just this stuck-up snob that thinks that I'm better than everybody else. Whenever I know that my morals and who I am as a person is not that at all. It's just whenever I talk, that's how it comes across. So please don't get offended. Um, I don't take, like, people are like, oh, I'm offended, that's offensive, or people are like, that's racist. That is thrown around way too much these days. I mean, there are times whenever something genuinely is offensive, and there are times when something genuinely is racist, and those things need to be called out. um but I'm not a political person. um I think if I had to label myself as a political party, I would say a was a libertarian, where it's like you're not liberal, you're not conservative. Yes, libertarian. I think that like the official party like mascot is a hedgehog, because you have like the donkeys for the Democrats, and then the elephants for the Republicans, and then it's like a hedgehog for the libertarians. So I just think if I had to label myself, it would be that. But I'm not like a political person. I just think like, if people are gay, they love who they love, leave them alone. I love God. I'm more also working on myself to become a better Christian, and just a better person every day. Let people live their life. Mind your business. Stay in your lane. If nobody asks you, don't voice your opinion. Um, and if they do ask you for your opinion, you try to give them um try to give them your opinion, but in the most respectful way. And people need to learn that we're not always going to agree, and that our disagreements need to be respected. That's a big one for me. That hits personally, but I'm not gonna talk about that, at least not right now. Um, yeah, I mean, so my husband is my number one best friend. Um, Other than that, I have my mom, my brother, and my 8-year-old niece. She just turned 8. She is just the funniest, sweetest, smartest little girl. And like, I know that everyone says that about their niece, nephew, um, child. But honestly, she genuinely is the best. And I feel like, and that's another thing. She is like the light of my life. I love her so much. I'm not at the point yet to where I'm like, oh, I want to have a baby of my own, because that would just, I would go into a whole depression episode, of just like poop. They poop, they eat, and they cry, and they sleep. And they poop, and they eat, and they cry, and they sleep. It's like that part to where they're just these things that don't have, like, they don't do anything, they don't talk to you. Whenever they're like a baby infant, they have no personality. I feel like that would be absolute hell to go through for me, because I'm like, okay, like, I'm doing all this for you, but like, can we have a conversation or something? Which is stupid to say, I know, because they're babies. But I feel like that would be the hardest part for me. So I still, like, I feel like I don't want to go into it. But anyway, I'm just rambling on, aren't I? I didn't realize how bad I needed to do this, to just sit in front of a camera. So anyway, I'm gonna rewatch this and be like, wow, you're so awkward, you're so weird. Uh, I mean, I mean, I have social anxiety. I can't. I'm socially awkward. Um, if you're like me, welcome. We can just be socially awkward together and figure this thing out called life. So yeah. I don't know how to like end this. This is so weird. I've never done anything like this before. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions, then comment down below. I would love to have a conversation with anybody. Um, so yeah, thanks for spending your time with me, world.